Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to the Freedom Network channel. Come on in, come on in. Have a seat. Let's get started. Come on, come on, come on in. Yes, welcome back. Hey, I'm so glad to see you guys. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm so serious, you guys. The more and more I do this, if I could just explain to you guys what I'm saying, even though I'm not live, when I'm saying come on in, if you guys could see what I see in the spirit, I actually see people coming, gathering with their pens and their notebooks, and I see us sitting down at the table having a discussion. I see us coming together, making things right, getting things right for the generations to come. It's kind of like what I see is like let's say like an association meeting or a board meeting, PTO meeting, something to that magnitude, where there's people coming and you see them and they're coming out because they want to make a difference in their community, and they're coming out so that they can be heard, their voices can be heard. So I really see in the spirit, when I'm saying come on in, I see a door being open, and I see you guys coming on in and sitting to the table, and I see us sitting down, and we're talking about how we can become the change that we want to see in this world, in our communities, in our homes, in our families, our immediate families, and our extended families. And that's why I can just get so excited about this, because I know in time, if you don't see it or experience it, you just keep coming on in and sticking with us. And I guarantee you, you're going to start experiencing this thing. So I just want to just talk to everybody and just see how we're all doing on this new journey that life has thrown our way. And I don't even want to say thrown, because you know what? I think this is something that this is that thing that we all have been like waiting for, saying we need a change. We remember when times were different. If times could go back like they were, where there was a lot of respect, there was a lot of love, there was a lot of coming together. Like I was just thinking about the other day, I said, I remember being a kid, couldn't wait to grow up. I wanted to be an adult so bad. And my granddaughter's the same way. I tell her all the time, please, just wait on it. Just wait on it. You don't have to grow up so fast. Just wait on it. There's so much that comes with growing up, so much. There's so many things that you have to deal with. Children don't see all of the things that we as parents try and protect them from. They don't see it all, so therefore they're thinking, oh, I can't wait to become an adult. And then we're thinking about the things that they have to deal with, jealousy, all of that stuff. I just dread thinking about my granddaughter and future grandchildren going through that, because I'm thinking about when we were kids. And I can remember when you're a kid, all you want to do is come together and play. Play all night long. There's no, you think you're better than me, or you got more than me, or this and that. And, I don't want to play with you no more because even though there may have been some cases of that, but my favorite saying, 9 times out of 10, that was not always the case. You had friends and family. When you came together and played, it was genuine, even though we have our little arguments and our spats, but we always made sure we got it right so we can come back together and spend the day outside playing or whatever. We didn't have a care in the world. Life was really good. And we can still have it like that. life can really be good for us, because if we start intentionally connecting with family and friends again, intentionally doing it intentionally, not focusing on trying to schedule stuff, or just I mean, you got to schedule it, but I'm just saying, just making a point to always schedule stuff. Just be intentional about it. Hey, it's something that has to be done. It's something that's going to preserve our history, our family history. It's something that's going to keep all of the ones that come behind us strong and keep them together. It's something that's gonna keep the family name strong. And our ancestors, they worked too hard. Even though we think we got it hard, we're not going through half of the stuff that they went through. And we got to think about it. They were going through all of that, with intentions on making things better for us. While they when our ancestors was going through slavery, a lot of them knew, they may not live to see them come out of that, but they knew that they had to pave a way so that they can if I can just get to that next level, then this will help the generation to come. And I just imagine that's how they thought, and that's how we need to be. We need to be very intentional on trying to get to the next level, not making it about us. When we stop making it about us, but we start thinking about the future and those that's coming up behind us, if we really start working with them, because if you think about it, what we need to do is prepare them to take our place. And I think what happens, the family falls apart, and there's no togetherness, no closeness, because the generation that's standing, the oldest generation, they're not leaving a legacy for the generation behind. They're so busy arguing and bickering with each other that they're not preparing everyone else to one day soon take their place. I mean, I know none of us want to think about leaving this world, but we really need to start thinking about that. When I'm gone, it needs to be like a situation where, like, okay, I'm the one, let's say I'm the one, I always host the Christmas dinners. I'm the one, I always make the macaroni and cheese. I always make the sweet potatoes and the pound cake. I'm the one that always makes sure, I call and make sure everybody got this and everybody got that. Well, you know what? That sustains our family. That helps our family stay strong, right? Well, one day I'm not going to be here. So when I leave, now if don't nobody take my place, nobody sat down to see how to make the family's favorite macaroni. Nobody's, thought about, what, let me help her and start, scheduling some of this stuff. When you don't do that, again, now that I'm gone and nobody is put in place to take, nobody is set up to take my place, it doesn't happen anymore. So now all of a sudden those Christmas dinners, it's just obsolete, don't happen anymore. Again, family history being destroyed. Those were things that work. All of the things that work, you want to really take time to keep investing into those things to make sure that they continue to work for generations to come. So, and again, so I just want to talk about what we've been doing to just make sure that this journey, we complete this journey, we finish this race strong, and that's making sure that we're still checking our hearts. We're doing a spiritual heart check on a daily basis. Because again, out of our hearts, flows the issues of life. So everything that we deal with in life, we first deal with it in our hearts. So we want to make sure that our hearts is good toward people, toward our family, toward our friends, toward strangers. We want to make sure that we don't have any aught in our hearts. We want to make sure that we don't have any bitterness. I mean, that we're not carrying any hidden bitterness. Because again, we don't want that stuff down on the inside of us. That stuff gets on the inside of us, it takes root, and it causes cancer. So we want to make sure that we are clear. That ex that did whatever they did to you, let it go. Let it go. You made it through. I don't care what they did. You made it through. So you're a winner. You're a winner. And they're a loser because they don't have you no more. That's how you look at that. God loved me so much that he brought me through that. You know, especially when it was really that bad. And hopefully, you know, our goals should be, even when we have an ex, we should be good friends, you know. Well, maybe not good friends, but, you know, be cordial. We should be cordial. And I think oftentimes when you can't, it's because somebody has not let go of all the feelings. Somebody's still holding on to something. Or you didn't end it the right way. Only one person wanted out and the other didn't. I think in a situation like that, what you need to do is, when you know something is over, one person might know and the other one don't. You got to really sit down one-on-one with that person and discuss it like adults. Discuss it like adults and just, you know, say, hey, we've come to that fork in the road. You know, this is not easy. You know, if you have children, you sit them down with you. And you have the power to decide that you can walk away and be the best of friends for your children's sake. You don't have to be arguing with each other, hating each other. You don't even have to, if you got small kids, always go through the courts with child support and all of that. You can be a mature adults because you love each other. Even though you're not together like that no more, you loved each other at one point, and you both love your children and want the best for them. So sit down like adults and work that thing out. Work out the payments, work out the visitation, and you don't have to have nobody in your business, and your kids don't have to see you hating each other. Because I'm going to tell you, that has an effect on their relationships to come. A young man always needs to see his father being very respectful to his mother, or someone that he's dating, or someone that maybe his father is married to. But he always needs to see respect being given. That's all that's going to do, is just help him be a better man. But if he see his father cussing out, you know, his mate and cheating on her every time you turn around, oftentimes, sometimes some guys will be disgusted by that, and they make sure that they don't become their fathers. But oftentimes they do. No matter how much they say they don't want to be like their dads, they end up being like their dads. So you have an opportunity to be a good role model for your son. Let him know, teach him how to respect a woman. Teach him how to truly respect a woman. So again, making sure our heart's right, making sure our minds is right, in the right place. You know, that we're focused, not holding grudges, not every time you see somebody that hurts you bringing it up. You going into that memory bank because you haven't truly gotten rid of it, so you're bringing it up all the time. You're saying the same thing all the time. You know, people hate to see you coming because they know you just want to talk about it. Let that go. Heal from that. And when you don't, again, that's what comes out of your mouth. The same old. Let it go. We talked about gossip, watching our words. Watching our words, speaking words of strength, of power, of inspiration, motivation, encouragement. If it's not any of those things, think twice before you say it, and don't say it. Don't say it at all. Rebuke it. Rebuke those words when it comes to your mind. Rebuke it. You have the power to. You don't have to be just this gossiping person that just destroys lives. Think about it like that, and I bet you that'll help you stop doing it. Gossip destroys lives faster and quicker than any weapon can. So just think about that. If I sit up here and spew gossip about somebody, it's worse than me taking a gun and shooting them, because gossip goes deep. We talked about that. It cuts deep. It goes generations from generations, especially family gossip. I mean, gossip amongst friends, you just be like, okay, well, whatever. I don't have to see them no more. But when it's family, you're still connected to them. I don't care if you don't see them. You're still connected. DNA have you connected. You're connected to the same people. Oftentimes you look in the mirror and you see those individuals. That's your family. Remember, we talked about that. You're cut from the same cloth. You can run, you can go to the end of the earth, and somebody gonna see it. Somebody gonna say, you look awfully familiar. Or when you talk, you know what, you sound just like so-and-so. So again, let's just again, be intentional. Just really working on what's on the inside of us. I mean, what I'm doing, like I said, I want this more than I want life. I really want to be in a space, in a world where there's just joy and peace every day. Joy and peace every day. There's nothing negative being said. It's all positive. Just powerful people everywhere you turn. Everybody's focused. Everybody's driven. Everybody's determined. Everybody's full of love, helping one another. All races coming together. We can do it. We can do it. Women, we really have the power to change the world. Because if we get on our grind and do what we're supposed to do in the home, outside the home, in our marriages and our relationships. Now, we've been called to be a helpmeet. We are to help our mates. Help build them up. Build them up on a daily basis so that when they go out there into that world, they're strong. They're not defeated before they leave the house. They don't feel less than before they leave the house. Because as soon as they step out that door, it's war. It's war. And when they come home, we need to be like nurses in the spirit, ready to again build them up, take care of them, mend their wounds that they may have gotten from that day going out for war, coming home. We need to make sure that their egos, their hearts, their minds, everything is where they need to be. Because they really do have it hard. We have it hard too, but they really do have it hard. Make sure that they're a man that want to come home to his family. Make sure that He can't wait to get off from work, to come home and relax and unwind with his family. You know, he's waiting for his children to greet him at the door. Don't be that family that has a dad that he got to go by the liquor store before he comes home. Or he has to turn the music on blasting or smoke before he comes home. Or sit in the car for a little bit before he get out the house. Don't be that family that drives that man to that. And the same with the man. Don't have that woman that, you know, despise coming home, or, you know, she just you looking at her just stresses her out, because she got so much on her and you just don't seem to care. You just come and dump and dump and dump and dump. She had a hard day at work, and all you can think about is what time your dinner's going to be ready. And the kids, where is this? And where is that? And am I going to be able to do this? Or can you take me here? Or I need money for this. Let's raise our children to where they can discern what's going on in the house. And that they can do their part. Teach them to do their part, so that the family can come together and be strong. Because again, that's what we're doing. We're rebuilding this foundation. Remember, we're building it brick by brick. This time it's going to be strong. I don't care what kind of storm. That storm may come, and all it's going to do is it's going to just go, you know, be around us, but we will not be moved. We will not be moved. That storm going to come and it's going to go. And the sun is going to shine. Continue to shine. There won't be no destruction. Because when things are built correctly, they're able to stand firm and not be destroyed. And that's what we're going to be. We're going to be pillars in our home. So again, as we continue to work on ourselves, I mean, like I said, I speak to the inner woman on the inside of me. I speak to that woman that I've got a glimpse of who I could be, who I'm striving to be, who I'm going to be. And that's a woman of worth, a woman of wisdom, a discerning woman, a woman of great joy, love, peace, and happiness. A woman that loves her family. She loves her friends. She loves others. She loves bringing others together. I speak to that inner woman on a daily basis. And I look forward to continually meeting her on different levels. I look forward to transforming her. I'm going to transform her. Transform her. I motivate her. I uplift her. Uplift her. I'm a teacher, educator. And that's what I do. I educate her. Every gift that God has given me, it all, when I think about that, it all starts with a seed. It's treasure. I have so much treasure on the inside of me that I can't wait. I can't wait to share with the world. What good would it do me to leave this earth with this huge treasure chest on the inside of me of things that will never be used, never be shared, never be heard? This is not easy. Setting myself up here, being vulnerable, speaking my truths, you know, and showing my flaws. It's not easy, but it has to be done, because there's so many things that I have been healed from. And I would be selfish if I just say I'm healed and leave it at that. I'm healed, so therefore I want others to be healed. So I have to share my testimony. A lot of us, you guys, we have testimonies. Why do you think you have a testimony? Do you really think you have a testimony just for you? You went through all of that you went through just for you? That testimony you went through was for somebody else. It was for somebody else. It's to help somebody else. The fact that you stayed in your marriage, all that you went through, there was so much stuff that you went through in your marriage people would never even know about. You know, and they don't need to know about it, because you know what we always say, girl, it couldn't have been me. She good. It wouldn't have been me. I wouldn't have stayed. I would have left. But you know what? You better be careful judging and putting your mouth on people like that, because guess what? Like you say, it couldn't be you. You just might get that chance. Everything that I've ever said, oh, it couldn't be me, you better believe I went through it, and it was me. It was me. So I don't put my mouth on nothing. I love to see people. I talk to people all the time. You know, the ones that they went through so much in their marriage that, you know, people still just scratching their heads on how they stand together. All of the stuff they went through, and then now you see them and they're laughing and they're having fun with each other. They're dating and courting each other. Their kids is probably grown now and they living a good life. Can you imagine had they given up everything that they built because of some things that they went through? They would have lost it all. So I commend every woman that's able to stay in a relationship. You know, when we're younger, yeah, you know, your mate cheat on you, I'm done with you. I'm out of here, right? I know that's how it used to be when I was younger. I think it might be a little different now, because nowadays, when somebody says over, they're not going for that. They, you know, fighting, slashing tires, and going to the woman's house or going to the man's house, and they not coming out of the relationship without kicking and screaming. So I guess times are a little different. But I know when I was younger, well, I'll just speak on me. If I found out there was some cheating or something going on, because see, every time I got into a relationship, young or old, I always did it with a clean heart. I tried to have a pure heart. I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody and then I'm pursuing somebody else. If I give you a chance and be in a relationship with you, then that means I think the world of you. I think a lot of you, and I only want to be with you. So when I was younger and you know, and I found out that I didn't have no problem. See you later, I'm gone. You know, couldn't be me. Oh, he cheated, couldn't be me. But you know, as we get older, you've invested more. Now you got a lot to give up. Back then, you know, they probably had their place, you had your house, you know. Kids were still little or whatever. If you had kids by them, you had a job, they had a job. You could take care of yourself if you needed to. So, you know, you didn't think nothing of it. You got out of it. Well, now, as you've gotten older, you've accumulate. You know, you got so much stuff together now. I mean, you know, I didn't spend half of my life with this person. I didn't give you half of my life. I didn't have children for you. I didn't laid my life on the line for you. I put my health in jeopardy for you, because we know, you know, relationships, you go through a lot of things. So therefore, that love has been established. So I commend the women that stay. Man, cheat, whatever, you know, go out, maybe even have children on the outside. I commend you for staying. No, that woman is not going to win. That's my husband. You knew that was my husband when you got with him. So you might not have known he was married, or you probably did, but he knew he was married. And if I made the decision to stay because I got a home that he's going to take care of, I'm not going to walk away from him and now let him come and take care of you. No, that it don't work like that. You decide you want to lay and play. Now you got to deal with the consequences, because guess what? I'm not leaving my husband. Actually, I don't know how, but this somehow is going to make us stronger. I commend anybody that has went through that. I commend you. You are a strong woman, and you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You know, if there's some cheating going on, it happened for a reason. You sit down, you talk about it, you discuss it, and you really sit down. You got to sit down together to weigh your options, because the devil will try to trick you. If you examining everything by yourself and he examining everything by himself, you don't look like you got a lot to lose. But when you come together and you talk about the effects that it would have on everybody, now you'll realize, I don't know what I was thinking. I made a big mistake. Nothing is worth losing my family. And women, when we stay in any relationship where there's infidelity, whatever, when you decide to stay and you decide to forgive, stay and forgive wholeheartedly. We can't bring it up no more. Imagine if God did that to us. When he forgives us, he don't even bring it up no more. That's how we have to be. Don't do that to nobody, man or woman. Don't do that to them. You decide to stay, and now you think every day you're going to remind them of what they did. We are all human, all capable of making mistakes. And you got to sit down and look at yourself and say, what did I do? Maybe you didn't talk to that man correctly. You didn't make him feel like he was a man. Sir, maybe you didn't treat that woman like she was your queen. You know, she's on the job, and this guy, he's calling her and telling her she's a queen every day. So it was easy for her to go over there, you know, and kick it with him. But it does not matter. All that matters is that you realize, you come together and realize what you mean to each other. Again, we're building strong families. Stop walking away from your families. Stop. Stay there for your kids. Stay there for each other. Make it work. Make it work. If you've ever loved that person, you still can. You still do. There's just been things maybe covering that love up. Experiment. Have fun. If you're stressed out because all there is bills and bills to pay, you can't have fun, you can't go out on dates because bills and this and that, that means you're living beyond your means. Downsize that house. Pay off one of those cars. So that you guys can truly live and enjoy life together. You should not just always have to pay mortgage, pay car notes, buy groceries, and then there's nothing else. If you're doing that right now, don't let it be that way always. Have fun, enjoy life, especially once you get to the point where your children are grown. Now that's your time. Live. Find love in each other. When you wake up every day, ask God to show me how to find love in my mate today. And you can just start with being complimenting each other. How about just saying the word, I love you? Say it every day. The more you say it, that's what you'll see. Speak those things that be not as though they are. I love you. I honor you. I love you, my king. I love you, my queen. Call each other kings and queens every day. Guess what? You're going to start treating each other that way. You call that man your king, you're going to make sure when he comes home, his meal is going to be ready. His bath water is going to be running. His clothes going to be laid out. His clothes going to be ironed. You might even help him shave or cut his hair. You're going to give him massages. You're going to whisper sweet nothings in his ear. The more you call him king, that's what you're going to treat him as. Gentlemen, men, call that woman your queen. Look at her as your queen. If she bore your children, bared your children, think about it. That's your queen. Even if you don't have children by her, if she's good to your children, she can treat your children like her own. That's your queen. You may not have children by her, but maybe your vision, your mission, she takes care of that, your business. She's your backbone. That woman takes care of all of your needs. You take care of her. You make sure that she don't have nothing to worry about. And you make sure that she don't have no needs. You may not be able to satisfy all of her wants, but you make sure she has no needs. And you want to make sure her hair is done, her clothes is nice, make sure her health is good. She takes care of her body. You make sure that she's always in a position to give you something to look at. If you get to the point where you get tired of looking at your wife, don't you continue like that. You let her know, baby, I would like to see you do this. Baby, I want to see you do this to your hair. Don't you sit there and just be disgusted with her and just stay like that until you fall out of love with her. And women, the same thing. Don't you do that to that man. Don't you sit there and watch him just eat and eat and eat until now he don't even look like nothing like, who you fell in love with. And now you just talking about, how he needs to lose weight and you're just disgusted every time you see him eat. Or, he don't keep his appearance. You let him know. You walked past the water cooler at work and this guy came past and he had, oh my God, some cologne that just woke up everything in your body. Go home, babe. Guess what? I bought you some cologne. I want you to try this cologne. Put this cologne on. I smelled this and this smelled good. I want to smell this on you. That's what we got to do, you guys. We got to do what we got to do to keep our families tight and to keep our families right. Because that's it. We're kings and we're queens in this generations, and this generation and the generations to come. We got to teach our children to think like kings and queens. When they do that, we don't have to worry about their minds, their hearts. They're not going to settle for less. Nothing would hurt me more to just know that my children are settling for less. I've raised them to be respectful, loving. Respectful and loving people. I talk to them, treat them like they're kings and they're queens, and I don't expect them to act any different. So when they get, older in age, that's how they're going to be treated. So again, I don't know, you guys, but I mean, if we just keep working on us, keep working on this inside again. Remember those words, those words. Let's get that, all those words that were told to us previously, let's get those out and let's replace them with new words, powerful words, words of affirmation, manifestation, whatever you know you're going to do, whatever you do. Manifest. If you manifest positive things. If you affirm, you use affirmation, do your affirmations on a daily. You pray, you know, pray and just ask God to just keep you humble. Humility and meekness. Bible said the meek shall inherit the earth. It don't say the honorary. It don't say the sophisticated, the know-it-all. It says the meek. The meek. Stop talking so much. Stop bragging so much. You know what bragging is. You know what bragging is, right? Bragging is you're talking about all these things. You're bragging on things. And you're doing it with intentions to make others think that you're better than them or to put them down. It's okay to talk about your accomplishments and your achievements. It is. And it's okay to share that with others because it gives them hope. But you'll know when you're bragging. Pay attention to the people you're talking to. Watch their expressions. You'll see if they can handle it or not. You'll see if you're offending them instead of motivating and encouraging them. I mean, and then too, on the flip side of that, we got to get to the point where we're stronger adults. We can't be baby-fied. You know, somebody then went to school. They done did everything on their list that they set out to do. Let them be free. They've accomplished. They should be able to talk about that. And you should be able to be happy for them, genuinely happy for them, and encourage them. Now, I definitely don't want to ever sound like I'm trying to take that from people, because nothing is more beautiful than a person that have you know, paved the way with sweat and tears, you know, and they're now finally enjoying the fat of the land. They're reaping where they've sown. That's encouraging. And that should always be celebrated, and it should be a good thing. But you never get to that point and then you look down on someone. That's when it becomes a problem. When now all of a sudden you think because you have this and you have that, now you got to start looking for a new set of friends. You know, I know all about that. When you get certain friends, you change your levels and all of that stuff. That works to a certain degree. Because see, while you constantly switching up friends because you done went to this level, now you think you got to have a new group of friends, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt because the higher you go up, you start losing that loyalty. Loyalty is at the bottom. The ones you started with at the bottom going to be the most loyal with you. So you run off and go try to get you some new friends if you want to. They're going to be friends, but they ain't got that loyalty. Loyalty is down here. Loyalty started at the bottom with you. So again, cheers to what's to come. I'm speaking that thing, y'all. I'm speaking it. Though I don't see it right now, today, but it's coming. Strong families. I see families calling each other, making up, burying hatchets, forgiving burdens, forgiving things that happened years and years ago. I see ancestors in the spirit rejoicing because curses has been broken. Generational curses. I just see curses just being broken in the spirit. When a generational curse is broken, power comes. That level of power is unleashed. You just got power and authority in that area. Where you were once broken in that area, when you broke that thing, you just gained power. It's like a video game or something, you know, like the Pac-Man. When they were weak, you know, while they was running, but the minute they ate that power pellet, shoot, whatever was chasing them, now they turn around and they chasing that. Remember that? I love that game. It's like, you better get me quick, because you let me get over here and I get this power pellet, it's on. Soon as they bit it, I mean, and they was moving fast. They devouring it. So, again, strong families, be intentional. Love on your family intentionally. Your parents, if you're blessed to still have your parents, appreciate them. You know, there's levels to this honor. You don't have to, if it's bad space there, just keep it cordial though. Let them know that you love them. When you sit down and think about, you would not be here had it not been for them. They sacrificed. They made a sacrifice to get you here. So the one thing you do owe them is to love, honor, and respect them. Do it. If you're not doing it now, do it. And just watch and see how your life change. Everything works in order. You can't not do this and then go and think that you're going to go and do this and be successful. You'll do it, but the success is not going to come until you go back and complete step one. See, that's what we do. We just level, and we have doing each level. Oh, you got to complete a thing before you can begin a thing, another thing. So again, and I'm sorry if I was all over the place. I'm trying to keep it together. But again, I just wanted to do a heart check, a spiritual checkup, if you may, and see what our health was for today. How we feeling health-wise in the spirit. That's what I wanted to do. Make sure our hearts is good. Okay. Love you guys. God bless you. I always enjoy talking to you. And again, as always, I hope you got a chance to leave here with something that you can go and share with someone else. I'll see you next time. Bring your plate and don't be late. I love you guys. God bless.